Hello, collectors. Welcome to another program on For Collectors. For Collectors. I am John, the 3D 80s kid, and I am back again sooner than expected. Due to the outpouring of support from episode 1, I am back quickly with episode 2 of 5 cards that every collector should own. So stick around and check it out. Welcome to For Collectors. All right, welcome back. If you have not seen episode 1, I recommend going back and checking that out. So what we've got here is I have asked folks in the community to name 5 cards that they believe every collector should own. And the stipulation I made with those cards is that the first 4 should be under $100 for someone to go out and buy now. And the last one could be any price that they want, as in this would be the card worth saving up for. So I have 3 other great collectors to join me on screen, of which 2 were my first email volunteers from my call to the open community in my last session, which is still open. Anybody out there who wants to be on a future episode of this series, you are welcome to join me. Please email me at forcollectors@yahoo.com. That is FOUR spelled out, collectors@yahoo.com. So without delay, let's start bringing on these great folks on screen. Up first, the first person to send me an email, almost right out of the gate of releasing the video itself, is Jim Faulkner of 5714 Collector, which, by the way, all these links will be down at the screen at the bottom of the screen for you to click and check out their channels. Welcome, Jim.
Hey, John, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing very good. Thank you very much for having me on.
Oh, with your excitement, I mean, I was amazed at how fast I saw an email in the box. We released the video, and it wasn't even an hour before you already had volunteered. So
yeah, I was watching the video, and I said, let me send the email right now.
Well, you were in slot number 1, so welcome. So
right, thank you.
Second person to get that email in, which I've invited on screen, Melissa of Sports Guru 17. Welcome to For Collectors.
Hi, John. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you. Anybody that's excited about this, that's exactly the mindset we're looking for. People that are passionate about their cards, and clearly both of you fit the bill, as you responded so quickly to my call for this. So thank you for joining me. So last but not least is one of the guys I tried to get going with the first recording session to help bail me out, because I came up with this idea so last minute when I had a video due, but just timing did not work for him to be on that first one. Is a good friend of mine, Dave, Legends of the Dugout. Welcome, Dave.
Everybody. Welcome to be here.
I had to bring you in because you actually got prepared with cards, and then it just the timing didn't work. And, and you're Mr. Live and unprepared normally, so you were prepared. So I had to give you a shot to be on here. So,
well, thank you.
Great to have you. So once again, these are 5 cards every collector should own, and let's get started seeing some great cards. And let's go with Jim. You're up first.
Okay. Again, thanks again for having me on, John. And I'm a big Nolan Ryan collector to start with, so my channel is based on that. And I also collect vintage. And I wanted to start off with one of my heroes as a kid, and that's the 1960 Brooks Robinson. And obviously everybody knows Brooks, one of the all-time great Hall of Famers, the greatest, I'll say the greatest third baseman of all time, certainly the greatest defensive third baseman. So this card here, as you can see, it's got some beautiful color. I love the two pictures. I just love the blue on the bottom. How that is, that looks really sharp. And the stadium in the background. And let me show the back of this card. And it's got the nice little write up and all that. And one little fact about this is the first year that he was won the Gold Glove. So first year of 16. So just a beautiful, beautiful card of Brooks.
Nice choice. I mean, it's a well-loved set throughout the community. It was my first vintage set that I fell in love with it. So great choice, Jim.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, I forgot to say, Melissa, why don't you tell us a little bit about your channel, and then you can show us your first card.
Well, my channel is only about 6 videos. I started last year. I have a lot of stuff, and my daughter kind of pushed me to put a video together. And, I'm I like watching people's channels than being someone that's out there. But I do have a lot of stuff. It's hard to pick and choose what to show. But Jim, I almost picked that Brooks Robinson, so I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Okay.
I figured because you're an Orioles fan, I'm like, he's going to pick a Brooks, so I don't want to pick the same card. But
you did have some near misses on the first episode as well.
So I'm picking a card I don't know that every collector should have, but he's from my hometown of Rochester, New York, and that's the rookie card of Johnny Antonelli. Let's see if I can get it up there. This is a 1950 Bowman. It's beautiful. It's when he was with the Boston Braves. But I've met him a few times out in Rochester, and really nice guy. Saw him at one of the Rochester Red Wing games, and I talked with him for a few minutes. He actually handed me his 1954 World Series ring. And I just thought I'd put Johnny Antonelli up there, and it's a really nice rookie card.
Great looking card.
Yeah, Boston Braves hat.
Yeah, totally fine. It kind of fits in the category of not necessarily specific to the card, but more the concept of a card you have a personal connection with type of thing that everyone should have something like that. So, yeah, great choice.
Thank you.
Dave, you're up.
Well, I'm Dave, Legends of the Dugout. I collect baseball cards, autographed baseballs, a hodgepodge of different things that relate to baseball. So my first choice, I saw this card at the National last year, and I grabbed our mutual friend, Adam, Vintage Sanctuary, and had him come over and look at it with me. But I just absolutely stunner card. I've seen it before, and I just had to pick it up. And it is the 52 Johnny Mize. Here, him holding all those bats with the Yankee Stadium in the background. Just absolutely gorgeous card. He doesn't get much love. He's a, I guess, affordable Hall of Famer that you can get. So, I mean, it's just a absolutely gorgeous card. And I think everyone should own a 52 Johnny Mize.
That is a cool looking card with all the bats like that. Yeah. He's part of that group of guys that does get overshadowed where they bridged World War II. And so they lost all the seasons. So their career stats don't look as gaudy. And yeah, a lot of those guys end up as a result kind of being underappreciated. So, but good choice, Dave.
Thank you.
All right. So I know I gave 5 cards in the first episode, but this is my show, so I'll do what I want. I've got 5 more good choices that were hard to not include in the first one, so I get the chance to do them now. So, all right, I'm breaking the rules, but I will like it anyway. All right. So my first card is kind of in the same category as Melissa's of a card I have a personal connection to. It's not necessarily something you're going to want to collect exactly, but everyone should have something that they hold that you can have a personal story you can share with anybody when you show them this card. And that choice for me is this Joe Nolan card, or sorry, Gary Nolan. And the reason I have this card, let's get it to focus. It's a gorgeous copy. I actually got this raw, grade it as an 8. So he was a very good pitcher whose career was not quite long enough. If it had been longer, he could have been Hall of Fame worthy. He was that good. He helped the Big Red Machine win those couple World Series as one of their starting pitchers in the rotation. Had really good stuff, nasty curveball. And the connection to me is that he is the one major leaguer who my dad faced as a kid. They both grew up in the Northern California Central Valley. My dad played against him in what at the time was American Legion, like traveling baseball team, as well as high school baseball. So it was a case where my dad was actually had the best batting average on his team as a senior, but the coach favored football players because he was also the football coach. So for whatever reason, he kept the scouts away from my dad, which I thank for my existence now. So he didn't get any opportunities. And I also thank Gary Nolan for my existence because scouts would follow Gary Nolan around. And when my dad faced him, he did not fare well. So if he had, I might not be here today. So thank you, Gary Nolan, for my existence. All right. Jim, you are up next.
Okay, and let me just say, John, real quick, that that Gary Nolan card is from the '72 set, and that's a beautiful set, and it's one of my all-time favorites. So I just want to make sure I point that out, how great of a set that is. So
thanks, Jim.
So
it was my second, set I fell in love with, after 1960 that you previously showed. So,
that's pretty cool. So my second choice. And I went back and forth between the 1964 and the 1965, but it's the 65 Bob Gibson. And Bob Gibson, of course, is one of the most fierce competitors of all time, as everybody knows. Of course, he's a Hall of Famer. I really got fascinated with him during the 1968 World Series. It was the first World Series I remember watching as a kid. And I can vaguely remember game 1 when he struck out 17 Detroit Tigers and won that ball game against Denny McLain. And of course, he lost game number 7 to Mickey Golich. But great pitcher, 2-time World Series MVP, Cy Young Awards, got 2 of those, MVP. But what a beautiful card this is from a beautiful set with the pennant, the red pennant with the cards in white. It's just a beautiful card. You can just tell that this guy meant business. And I did a video a while back talking about who would you want on the mound for Game 7. And I tell you what, Bob Gibson would be my pick. As big of a Nolan Ryan fan as that I am, I would pick Bob Gibson to be that guy. So there's the back of that card. Hopefully.
Oh, yeah, he was so clutch.
And that's just a beautiful card. As we keep this under $100 for the first 4 cards. This card fits the bill. And again, Bob Gibson, just a great pitcher, 3,000 strikeouts, 251 wins. And I just love the 65 set. And I love the color on that card. So that's my.
The Cardinals look especially nice in that set. I have a card that I almost pulled for this. That's the Lou Brock card. So
okay. So that's choice number 2.
Good choice.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Melissa, you're up.
So we could show other sports, correct? I hope.
You can show whatever you like.
Okay. I'm a big Notre Dame fan when it comes to college football. And I love this 48 leaf of Johnny Lujack. That's his rookie card.
That is a cool looking card. Just even the pose.
Yeah. They're just works of art.
It reminds me slightly of I don't know if you watch my channel, the red Ames card I bought for Doug at the National.
Yeah, I just love the colors. They pop. And I think he had a short career with the Bears, I believe. But he's Heisman Trophy winner. And just a beautiful card.
Yeah, just the color scheme alone, it's so beautiful. Nice choice.
Thank you.
All right, Dave.
I was gonna say, they don't make cards like that, like they used to. I mean, it went back to like caring about the artwork and the design of cards. I think you probably have more collectors probably into it than the normal what they're putting out now.
All right, we had to take a slight pause there. If you notice, Jim's background is suddenly transformed. We're trying to correct the issues we were getting with some sound feedback. So, Dave, why don't you take it off with the next card now?
All right, so this next card is a definite own for anybody's collection. If you get it in low enough grade or ungraded, you can get it for just around $100, and that's the 57 Hank Aaron with his reverse image there. This is just an absolute gorgeous card. He's still the home run king, even though Bonds beat him out. But we all know, that Hank here did not use any substance to help him get to that level. So yeah, this is
that is a gorgeous one. I mean, does it have some sort of paper loss I don't see, or
no? I think somewhere on here is like some residue from like gum or the wax. I'm not quite sure.
Well, even that doesn't normally knock it down to a 1. That's just mysterious. Yeah. That's a great purchase. So
yep. Beats out my other 57 Aaron that's missing like the corner over here. So
yeah, I have that very card. It's like one I thought was worth paying a little more for, and so I did. But you found yourself a great looking bargain.
Yeah.
So
now he didn't bat left-handed, right?
No.
Do they consider that like an error card, or?
It is an uncorrected error, so it's just the card at this point. So with the reverse negative image. So, but yeah, good choice for that one. And yeah, it's hard to find one that looks that good that actually fits the under $100. So
yeah.
All right. So my next card, I wanted to bring in to me the greatest player of all time, which if you go for his 50 stuff, it's definitely going to be card number 5. That's no price limit. But if you pull stuff from him from the mid to late 60s, then they are relative bargains. And so I have got a 66 Willie Mays, which is one of my favorite poses for him, with a great smiling shot. You'll find this image exactly replicated on the 68, only it's tighter cropped. But is it 68 or 69? I'm blanking. I don't know. I sold my Maze run a little while ago, so I don't get to see them every day like I used to. So pared it down. But great choice for an economical Willie Mays option here. So
nice card.
Thank you. All right. Oh, sorry, Jim. There you go.
All right. So card number 3 is I'm going to show the greatest catcher of all time. Okay. And also from another one of my favorite sets, the 71 Topps Johnny Bench. 2-time MVP. Just a great pose there. The black borders, holding the bat, just getting ready to go up, face the pitcher. And I just love the 71s. If you get the 4, 5, or 6 range, very reasonably priced too. And just love the helmet and the red uniform. It's just a beautiful card, and the backs with the picture and all that. And anytime you can get a Johnny Bench card for under $100. And, the centering, pretty sharp centering on that card. This is just a beauty. So I just want to make sure I showed Johnny Bench as my number 3 card. So
great looking choice. And I mean, he's one of those guys to me that is totally undervalued outside of his first 2 cards. Well, even his rookies were so much cheaper than really it should be. It's almost like catchers kind of get underappreciated like starting pitchers because they aren't able to put up the gaudy numbers thanks to the toll of catching takes on their body. So, but yeah, great card.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Melissa, you're up.
Okay, so I chose another non-baseball. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Cinderella Man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Russell Crowe.
Yeah. So it's based on the boxing career of James Braddock, which this is a 1936 Mitchell's Cigarettes. So
Nice.
Cool.
I think it's pretty cool. It's a great movie.
Is that from that? I can't see the label that well. Like the Celebrities of 1935 set. Is that what that's from?
Yeah, it says a gallery of 1935.
Oh yeah.
This is the 36 Mitchell's Cigarettes. And you got
it's got lots of cool figures of all kinds of genres in that set. Nice.
something different.
Yeah, that's a cool card. All right. Dave, you're up.
Back up again already. So quick. So this set here is the 59 Topps Baseball Thrills. Any card from this set, like this little subset, will work. They're great images. They're action shots. This one's of Ernie Banks, coming in winning the MVP award. But we got the other ones with Mantle, Musial, Calavito, K-Line. Trying to think. You got Snyder, Mays doing their catches and stuff like that. So it's just these cards are such a cool little subset in the 59 Topps set that, I mean, these are just great, and anybody should own one of these in their collection.
Oh yeah, bargain way to get action cards of some of the legendary guys that their normal card of that year costs so much more. So
yeah.
All right, good pick there. All right, I know in the first episode we had someone else choose a different card of this guy, so I am going for my choice of this player. And that would be Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. Last episode we had the 71 chosen. To me, this card feels just the most Reggie of Reggie cards, because this is how he swung at every pitch, like his whole body into it, which is why he set the career record for strikeouts as well as having 563 homers. So, but clearly he was the man when it counted, being the best player for 5 World Series winners. That is still blurry, isn't it? Come on, focus, baby. There we go.
I remember buying a lot of those packs.
Yeah, it's a cool set with lots of sort of action poses going on. So there we go. 78 Topps, Reggie Jackson is my pick there. So all right, Jim.
Okay, that's a beautiful card you just showed, John.
Thank you, Jim.
Yeah, one of the nice sets from the late 70s and all that. So my fourth pick, I picked up at the National, this past National, and got a little push from Craig from Midlife Sports Cards about this card, because I was talking to him about it, and I picked it up on, I believe, Thursday afternoon. And one of the all-time great pitchers, left-handed, is the 34-36 Carl Hubble Diamond Stars. And this card just fits the bill. It's right on that line that, the $100 range or less. In a 1.5, he's just leaning back against the fence there. Got some beautiful color. Great New York Giants pitcher, just a beautiful card. I love the background on this. And Carl Hubble, of course, everybody knows in the 34 World Series, 34 All-Star game, he struck out Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Al Simmons, Jimmy Fox, and Joe Cronin. So that's one of the all-time great All-Star feats. And also another little bit of trivia about Carl. Over 2 seasons, he won 24 games in a row. So pretty impressive. So here's the back. Just a great pitcher, just a great card. 2-time MVP. Let me just show that front of that card one more time because I just love it.
Oh yeah, Diamond Stars are such great designs.
Yeah, it's the oldest card in my collection, and I just love it. So that's card number 4, John.
Great choice. Yeah, for anybody not aware, it's 34 to 36 Diamond Stars, produced by National Chicles, the company, and it's really a much lower priced alternative to like the Gaudi sets there, which you get. It doesn't have the Babe Ruth or Lou Gehrig in the set, so they end up being less popular widespread as a whole. But as a result, then you can get the stars it does have for much cheaper prices than the Gaudis. So, yeah, great choice, Jim. So
thank you.
Those are beautiful cards.
Absolutely. All right, Melissa, you're up next.
All right, my number 4. I'm big on vintage hockey. This is my husband's favorite player, 72 Tops of Bobby Orr.
Nice. Legendary player, definitely.
I remember a neighbor selling a stack of these cards for $0.25. I wish it was this one, but these are just great cards. Get the stats on the back. I'm trying to do his run. I'm missing the first, I think, 3.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I grew up in California, so I didn't exactly follow the hockey. But he's the one I keep hearing is before Gretzky, he would have been considered by most like the top peak player. I mean, I know Gordie Howe has the longevity, but as far as being the absolute best at any moment in time before Gretzky, it would have been him type of thing. So,
they say he's the best defenseman to ever play the game. I mean, I never saw him play. It was before my time, but
yeah. All right. Cool card. Dave, you're up next.
All right. So this is my birthday buddy. Everybody knows Don Drysdale. So this, I know Pastor Craig showed a different one in the last video, but this is the 62 Bell brand potato chip card here. You get these very cheap. I paid $35 for this one. So very cool background, gives like little stats, some information on there. But yeah, this is, I think he would have probably had a better career if Koufax didn't overshadow him.
And that set's just a beautiful, clean looking set.
Mm-hmm.
All the pictures are so bright with the sunshine in the background, or the blue sky on all of them I've seen in that set. So really nice looking card. All right, I am up with my number 4, and this is one where the moment I saw the card for this player, I knew it had to be my choice, and gets a little bit overshadowed thanks to Gibson previously shown or Koufax in the 60s. But he is right up there with them statistically as far as being the greatest pitcher of the 60s. And this card actually is in the 70s, though, but it's the only one that shows his signature leg kick so well. And it is none other than 1974 Topps Juan Marichal, the San Francisco Giants here. It's not focusing on the card. Come on, baby. There we go. Just cover my face completely and it will focus on the card, right?
When
All
you said
right.
leg kick, I thought for sure you were going to say Jim Palmer.
He does have a good leg kick as well. Not as high as this one, though. Come on. This guy's a ballerina looking almost here, gymnast. But all right. Let's get. All right, Jim, we are now to the point of showing our card worth saving up for. So I said there's no limit on budget here. Whatever you choose is open, and just pick the card that you think, it's worth saving up for the money. We all have limited budgets, but sometimes it's worth stowing money away and buying those big cards just so we can have something we really, really love in our collection when it's, the one we want of that player. So you're up first, Jim.
Okay, well, this probably wasn't too hard for me being a Nolan Ryan collector. So
I figured we'd be seeing Nolan here.
it makes it a little easier. Been collecting him so long over the years, and been a big fan of his for a long time. And of course, the 57-14 collector, obviously for the strikeout record. So it's pretty simple. I've had this card for quite a long time, but obviously it's the 1968 Topps Ryan and Koosman rookie card, and I just love this card. And not only do you have the great Nolan Ryan, but you also got Jerry Koosman, who won 222 lifetime games. So it's a nice looking set. I know a lot of people don't care for the 68s, but this, the burlap, I just think it's a beautiful card. And another thing about these cards too, the 68 set, is the backs are easy to read. And as we get older, it's a little harder to read some of the stats, like on the back of the 72s.
You're not kidding.
So this, John, was just an easy choice for me to take time and talk about Nolan Ryan, and of course how great of a pitcher he was. And I met him, back in late '98, early '99 at a card show, so I was able to get his autograph on a picture and shake his hand. And he's just my favorite player of all time. And here's my favorite card of Nolan Ryan of all time. So that's my number one choice, John. So
nice choice.
That's a card I got
for the first few years of the existence of that card, people referred to it as a Koosman rookie until he exploded there on the Angels. So, but well, even now it almost became the oldest rookie card for two Hall of Famers. Koosman would still be Hall of Very Good probably. So, but didn't quite make it. But all right, Melissa, you are up next.
Okay, well, the Ryan rookie is actually my second favorite card. So I almost picked it, but I knew you were going to pick it. This is my all-time favorite baseball card, and it's my dad's favorite player, and that's 53 Topps of Mantle.
Beautiful card.
Gorgeous. Another one I got to add to the collection.
I got this one a long time ago, probably early 2000s. So, but to buy one now, you're going to be.
It gets pricey now, yes. Yeah, that one in the grade you've got, we're talking four digits easily. I think that one starts hitting 4 digits at like a 2. So
yeah,
nowadays, but yeah, gorgeous card. I personally find it prettier than his 52. So, but
the 53 set is beautiful.
Yeah,
absolutely,
with great artwork all over the place. So nice choice.
And Bowman.
Yep.
All right, Dave, it is your turn.
So mine is the only player I have in the first inaugural Hall of Fame class, and it is none other than Christy Mathewson in his white cap T206. So I picked this up at the 23 National.
Yep, I was there.
Yep.
Nice.
So, and it's a 150 subject Piedmont back. So the white caps are a little tougher to get than the dark cap, but this was my first big card I purchased and my first T206 that I've
I
owned.
saw you shaking with excitement.
Oh, yes.
Nice card, Dave.
Thank you.
Great choice. Yeah. Awesome card. All right. For my selection, he appeared on episode 1 here from someone else who got one of his newer cards. But I thought this guy was worth paying up for one of his cards from the 50s. Because he is the man. Where, 1,615 hits at home, 1,615 hits on the road, 475 career home runs, really high career batting average. I'm forgetting the exact number. I think it's around 330, but I'm blanking at the moment, so don't shoot me. That reminds me, by the way, before Midlife Nation attacks us, Jim slipped up and said, Craig. It is Greg. We know it's Greg. Do not attack us, Midlife Nation. So, but back on this one, I went with what I view as his prettiest card, which is this 52 Bowman card.
Awesome card.
Come on. Let's focus. There we go.
Very nice. Pretty.
So, thank you. The moment I'd been tracking this one, and then this one came up as a buy it now that was too high. And then he suddenly sent I've still put it in my save list because it was gorgeous copy. And then he dropped the price and I pounced. And I actually heard from another person who commented on my video when I showed it that he saw it, but he was just too late. He would have bought it himself. But I love this card of his. He's got some other really nice cards. My runner-up choice would have probably been the 54 Red Heart for him. Another gorgeous option. Also really nice is the 53 Bowman with the actual photography of him sitting in the dugout. But this was the one for me. So,
well, I'm glad I didn't show that one, John.
Nice.
Come on, it's a different card, right?
Different card, but
all right. Good stuff. All right. Before I wrap this up, let's give everybody a chance to say some final words. You got anything for us, Jim?
I just want to take a minute real quick and thank you, John. I appreciate it. It's great to be on the show with Melissa and Dave and yourself. And I certainly enjoyed showing the cards. And I just want to say, hey, keep up the great work for all the channels. This is just a fun community and certainly enjoying, uploading videos and showing cards and memorabilia. So thanks again for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, it was great to have you. That's why I kind of opened it up to anybody who wants to be a part of it. I'm happy to meet new people in the community and give you a chance to share what you love with others. So, and get a little bit wider exposure, and more people will come now check out your channel, hopefully. So, once again, everybody, 5714 Collector, the link is down below. So go ahead and check that out. All right, Melissa, your turn.
Just want to say thanks for having me on. I love showing up the cards and seeing what everybody else has. I love watching other channels and saying, oh, I need to get one of those. And I write it down on my list of cards to get. And my list is getting too long. And my husband yells at me. So I have to,
YouTube watching can be hazardous to your wallet.
It can be. But again, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me. And it was nice to meet Jim and Dave.
Great to have you as well. Thank you for joining. All right, Dave.
Well, again, like they said, thank you for having us on. I love doing this kind of stuff, love doing the lives and everything else. But I do want to say, for those that are out there that are not subscribed to these two, go subscribe to them. Go watch their stuff. I mean, his Nolan Ryan collection is amazing. Her card collection is amazing. Her autograph room is amazing. I mean, so just go subscribe to these two, and you will not be disappointed. So be a good neighbor and, sub.
Thank you, Dave.
All right. Well said, Dave. Thank you. I was going to say the very same thing. Links to all their channels will be down below. Please check them out. Support, true collectors in this community, which is, if you're watching this, that includes you. So speaking of you, once again, if you have any desire to be on this panel and share some of your cards, email me at FOUR collectors, all jumbled, smushed together, one word, at yahoo.com. That was FOUR collectors at yahoo.com. And you can be on one of these future shows. We actually have a bit of a queue built up at this time. So I am going to be producing these more often than I anticipated. So we're going to be having basically bonus shows on For Collectors where we're putting out 2 pre-records in a lot of weeks instead of the usual one we have been doing as a result. So want to give everybody a chance for their moment to be on screen if they want it. So everybody, thank you for watching, and we will see you all next time. See ya.
From the early days of baseball cards,
Babe Ruth.
people have been trading them back and forth.
McCovey's off the table.
We at For Collectors have been trying to carry on that tradition.
I can do that.
Okay.
That's a deal.
And now we're taking our show on the road. At the Strongsville Sports Collectors Convention, For Collectors, with support from a few of my favorite things, Love of the Game Auctions, and SGC Grading, is hosting Vintage Trade Night at the Best Western Strongsville Ballroom on Saturday, April 12th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. With the help of our generous sponsors, admission is free and free pizza will be provided. Be there to join the fun.